Hey everyone, it's Giselle. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the part two of my funny, crazy modeling stories. This is just a few of the ones that I can think of or that I think are video worthy enough. So right now I'm going to be telling you this one story. Backstory, so you can understand what's going on, is I was preparing to take digitals. So if you don't know what digitals are, basically I want to say every like 4 months, for me, like 4 to 5 months, my agency asks me for new digitals because clients want to see updated digitals of what you look like. You know, you might have changed your haircut, your body might look differently. So your agency typically asks you for new digitals once in a while. So at this time I was preparing to take these digitals, and I don't know why, typically I don't do this, but for some reason I thought that it would be a good idea for me. So I saw this picture of this girl on Instagram and her body looked like great. So I was like, why don't I put that as my wallpaper so I can have like some motivation for the next few days to work out or whatever. I mean, nowadays, like I wouldn't do that. I just find that kind of weird, but I guess at the time I need all the motivation I can get, so let me do that. I have this girl as my wallpaper. I mean, it's mostly like you can see her face, but it's kind of weird, but I had this girl as my wallpaper. But it was because I needed motivation because of she had such good abs in that picture. So she was like a supermodel. So I mean, not like a literal supermodel, but she's pretty up there. So I go to this casting and I notice in the waiting room, because typically in the waiting room they'll have all the models wait and they'll call either each model in one by one or they'll call models in by groups. Typically a lot of times it happens that they call you in by groups, and for some reason, I guess I can understand why, because I guess when you go in, the casting director, instead of having to explain the instructions of like what he has to do to every single girl that goes in, like if I were to go like one person at a time, he brings in a group of like 5 models and he'll just explain it once and be like, this is what you have to do. So I can understand why, so he doesn't have to explain the instructions like to every single model over and over again. So in this case, he brings in maybe like a group of 5 models, including myself. And so I go in the casting room. Oh, so did I mention? Okay, this is an important part. So I'm in the waiting room and I see a girl that's best friends with the girl that I have as my wallpaper. But I didn't think twice about it. I was like, oh, that's funny. But I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't sitting close to her. And I was like, she's not gonna see my wallpaper. My phone's gonna be in my purse anyways. So I was kind of like, whatever. Let me know how. The casting director brings us inside. The best friend of the girl that's as my wallpaper is part of my group. So he calls all of us in and he's explaining to us the direction of what we have to do for this casting. So he basically says, he's like, okay, so I think the casting was for a phone company. I think it was like a commercial for like AT&T or something like that. So what you need to do in the casting is you guys need to pretend like you're at a concert and you're like taking selfies. And I'm like, awesome, okay, I can do that, like great. I thought it was gonna be like each of us one by one. We go, he puts on a little music, we pretend like we're taking selfies and stuff like that, and he records us doing that, and that's the casting. So how it didn't go how I thought it was gonna be is because this guy goes, and I'm gonna think of a name for this girl. Let's just say Maria. So the casting director goes, Giselle and Maria, go stand together and pretend like you're taking selfies. I guess they were doing it like 2 people by 2 people, because I guess for the commercial it was gonna be like a group of people taking selfies together to like promote the phone brand. So I was like, oh shit, this girl's best friend is my wallpaper. And then I was like, do I get my phone? Like at that point, like if you have an iPhone, you know, it's not that fast, it's not that easy to just change your wallpaper in 2 seconds. You know, you need to go on your photos, you need to find a picture, you need to, you know, to set it as your wallpaper, and then it'll be like, do you want it to be the background of your home screen, or do you want it to be like the wallpaper as like where all your apps are? So it's not something I could have done in like 2 seconds, okay? So if you guys are thinking like, Giselle, you should have just changed it super quickly, like I didn't have time to. I didn't think this through, okay? I never thought this was gonna happen. If not, I wouldn't have put that girl as my wallpaper. So then for some reason, the casting director points at me and he's like, Giselle, get your phone so that you guys can take selfies together. Like, it's just like that at castings. Like, they want to do things super quickly to get you out of there because there's like a bunch of girls that he needs to do the same thing for. Like, I didn't want to be like complicated, so I'm just like, oh crap, okay, I just got my phone. So then he's like, wait, so just put your phone out and just pretend like you're taking selfies. Oh my god, how embarrassing. I mean, obviously the girl didn't say anything, but I had to obviously go on my phone screen. She would have, like, you see your wallpaper when you're unlocking your phone. And at the time, like, for some reason, the Touch ID didn't work, so I'd have to like literally like manually put my passcode. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. Like, I don't know if she ended up telling the girl that like I was her wallpaper. Like, I don't even think the girl knows who I am, but I was just like, oh my god, I was like, this is so cringe right now, because like obviously she's probably like, why the heck is my best friend your wallpaper? Like, that's so weird, you know? And especially like, it wasn't even just a picture of her, it was like a picture of like her in a bikini, like with her abs, because that was the whole point of me having her as my wallpaper, because I was trying to get motivation to work out. But I was just like, oh my god, I'm never putting a picture of somebody else as my wallpaper ever again in my life. I was like, that is so embarrassing. I never thought that that would have happened. Like, so yeah, that's gonna be part 2 for my crazy / funny modeling stories. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you guys in part 3. Bye everybody. I walk in and the lady is like, hi, thank you so much for coming. She's like, I can't wait to see all your dance experience. And I'm like, dance experience? She was like, give me your best twerking moves, if you even want. Like, the previous girl, she went like upside down on the wall and was like twerking upside down like on the wall, and I'm like, hey everyone, thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below on suggestions for future videos you guys have. Also, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button so you can get notified every time I post a new video. And of course, don't forget to follow my Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. That will all be down below. Bye everybody.